Woman is more safer when it's in the hand of a man.
Should I agree?
Maybe yes, you have to agree.
What if I build?
There's a protection that the man brings upon the woman naturally. It doesn't have to do with material things. It doesn't have to do with money or maybe you living with an expensive life. The reason why we are finding some things complicated in our society is because of adoption of what is not ours.
Okay, I get you. Want to say that adopting a culture that you want ours. Now, hello, welcome to another beautiful episode of Mike and Matters. I am your host Delight, and I have someone here. His name is Mr. Francis.
Okay.
Ode. Let's add that. Today he's going to be joining me on a controversial discussion. And so the way he's laughing, it seems maybe perhaps he's trying to guess what it is, or maybe he's already prepared, like waiting for me one side. And I want to ask the question: why are Nigerian ladies choosing career over marriage? Should I open the floor properly?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, waiting for me as usual. Okay, let me start with the story. I'm not going to say the exact name of the person, okay? But we have a lady, let's call her Juliet. She got into a relationship with this fine man. And in that relationship, it happened that it was an abusive relationship, emotionally, physically, and otherwise. And even cheating, she left. The other relationship, she got into another relationship, and yeah, the man was trying. But then this time around, the problem of the relationship was that the man was not providing. Are you following me? Yeah. So, according to her, why should I be with someone who is not taking care of me? Calm down. Don't start saying anything yet. Why should I be with someone who is not taking care of me? And somehow she left the relationship. Now the third relationship, this particular one, after at this point now the girl has grown up to the point that okay, I don't really need a man to be successful, and she has been able to build herself up, and she's doing very well. And after getting into that relationship, it happened that this man is not motivated by her success, so they can't work together. And then she left the relationship, and currently she's like, any two relationships calm down. For her, she has a career to choose to chase after. This brings me into our discussion. Please, let's be honest. Be very, very honest. Do you think why are men intimidated by the success of their women? Let's start with that.
Well, I must say that it's not all men.
I get it. That's what men will always say.
Yeah, the reason is that because you see plant A doing something that is wrong, but it doesn't mean that that is how all men are. No, it's not like that. There's an adage that says that if you see because of one bad man, you close your eyes, you won't know when the right one will pass. And I do tell people that uh, situation may happen maybe often or maybe
Okay.
currently or how will I put it now? Situation may occur itself often and often time doesn't mean that there won't be an end to that situation. But you yourself, as a lady, you must know what you want first, and then know who is going along with you.
So I think at this point the lady must have chosen what she wants. That she wants a career. Because see, let's
No,
see.
apart from choosing a career, okay. Now, if she achieve the aspect of career, um, let's be realistic. Woman is more safer when is in the hand of a man than when a woman just living ordinary life.
Should I agree?
Maybe yes, you have to agree. Like for instance, now a single person that is doing well in careers, she's doing well maybe in resources or sometimes or materially she's doing well.
Okay.
She's not safer compared to a woman that's
What if I build?
there's a protection that the man brings upon the woman naturally. It doesn't have to do with material things. It doesn't have to do with money, or maybe you living an expensive
Okay,
life.
okay, I get it. I get it. Now, one of the reasons why ladies are preferring to settle for their career over marriage, because they see that once they get into the hands of that man, okay, we have some men who are so culture oriented that, okay, as I'm getting married to you, you must wash my clothes, you must do this, you must do that. And women don't want to be slaves anymore. The thing is, women are breaking ground. They are now daring to be different, and that's where the problem is coming in. A man wants the woman to, you have to do this, you have to do that. Now that's where another problem comes in.
All right. If I may ask you a question, the reason why we are finding some things complicated in our society today is because of adoption of what is not ours.
Okay, I get you. Want to say we're adopting a culture that is not ours.
Hold on.
Now,
Let me land first. Let me land first. You have said your own. As an African person, as an
okay.
African
That's
Hold
good.
on.
No, now you want to say as an African man now.
Hold on. No matter the level of civilization,
Okay,
that cannot erase who we are as a
okay,
person.
okay,
We are an African.
okay,
So, and the blood of Africa is running in us.
okay.
The culture of Africa is running in us. No matter how we try to modelize or civilize our
But we
culture.
know that this African culture, in a way, is subjecting women. Now look at our parents of those days.
Yeah.
The fathers, their own is just to provide and all of that. While the mothers to stay at home and take care of the children.
Yeah.
But women don't want that anymore.
Right.
They want to break out and be different. So they feel that they are being caged. And oh God, that's okay. They're in a relationship with this particular guy. The way he's treating them. So you want me to get married to you, so you'll be treating me that way too.
Like I will say this from my own point of view.
And as an African man.
Okay, as an African man also, because I am an African person. But how I want my home to be is in a way that it will not just favor me only.
Okay.
It will favor even my partner. Because see, there is nothing that will give me peace of mind if I don't give the woman that I have peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
So if I want a peace of mind, I should be able to give peace of mind first.
Okay.
So, and peace of mind doesn't have to do with when you provide money only, or when you give the woman freedom to do some certain things. So you need to balance it in all areas.
I get it.
Now, where the issue is now is that your exposure and my exposure is different.
Very true.
Our experience is different.
Very true.
Now, if a lady that was exposed early to substance and a man that was not too,
what do you mean by substance?
like for instance, maybe in terms of resources, money.
Okay.
There are some men that, because of where they come from or things like that.
Yeah.
So there is this mindset they have towards money, or they have towards success. Because for instance, now if you come to a place where people don't succeed, they struggle and all of those things, what is in their mind is limitation.
Okay.
So when you are talking with man, if you and such a man is interacting, the person will be flowing through that perspective and that belief.
Okay, please bring it home. Let me understand what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say now is that you need to go along with the man of your status, of your level.
Thank you. But now we can't find that man anywhere.
You can't find
We can't find that man anywhere.
Who told you?
Okay,
now,
wait, let's get
another thing I want you to know is that one of the greatest challenge of ladies or women is self-pride.
I want to talk about this pride.
It's self-pride.
You mean really start making money more than a man? You know, saying she's proud.
No, see, the self-pride I'm talking about, that is naturally in the life of a lady. And it takes a lady that has insights.
Don't you think it's self-esteem instead of using self-pride?
What in the first place, what is self-esteem? Do you know that you can use your you can there is a way you portray your self-esteem, and it will look as if you are a proud person.
No, it depends on how you see it.
That's what I'm saying. Some people through their action you will know it, through their behavior you will know it. Okay, imagine somebody is telling me, said he doesn't need a man before he succeed. And what do you think that such a lady can sit under man's instruction?
But I don't think she means it that way. She's trying to say.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, let me share an experience with you. No, let me share an experience with you. Not really personal experience, but something personal, but not my experience. Now, this is an experience of someone. She's with a man, and then the man feels like he can use her the way he wants. And
that one, I didn't support that.
So she breaks off from this man, and she's doing well for herself. Now they say because she says she doesn't need a man to be successful, or she doesn't need a man to be who she wants to be. I don't think there's anything wrong with that statement.
Yeah, there is nothing wrong. Or I do tell people that if you know that you want to marry, if you know that you want to marry, you must work towards that.
Okay.
And your actions, your character must align.
Okay.
You must prepare for it. You understand?
Okay.
So if you know that you want to marry, you must be able to be submissive.
Wait. Submissive, does that mean you are trying to enslave? Because the thing is that some men don't really understand what submission is. And they are mistaken with this.
Submission is not slavery.
It depends on how this man is portraying it. Okay, you marry me now. Are you marrying a pastor? You are marrying a housewife.
All right. Now, let me speak from my own angle.
As an African man.
Okay, as an African man, from my own perspective or my point of view. Now, I don't want, me personally, I don't want a liability woman.
Okay, I love that.
That is the truth of the matter. Because according to Bible says that it says one shall chase 1,000, but two shall chase 10,000.
Very true. Okay.
Now, where my ability will end, maybe it might be that place. It don't cut.
How many minutes? Next 3 minutes it should be done.
Right? Okay. Now, me personally, I don't want a liability woman.
Okay, that's a good one.
Now, I want my woman, at least when I'm not able to she should be okay. And then because she has her own personal responsibility.
Definitely.
She
okay, now I understand the fact that you don't want your woman to be a liability.
Okay.
Are you trying to say that you yourself, from your own perspective, not the normal African men mentality, you push your woman to go find her career?
Yeah, because there is a potential in her.
Oh, that's good.
There is a potential in her.
Now the problem now is that we don't have many of your type. That's the reason why our ladies are tired, because they know what they are seeing. Me that are fine like this with my steez and everything, and I'll go and be on. Okay, I'm not disputing the fact that yes, men are I understand and I respect them. But when I'm not under a man that will not be trying to silence my voice and trying to weaken me, so that's what ladies don't want at all. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me say this.
I have to clear something there.
Okay, please.
We were saying something. I was trying to speak from a philosophical aspect.
All right.
Now, we have to dig down the genesis of things.
Okay.
Now, when I said as an African person, in Africa we have diversity.
That's true.
Of cultures.
That's true.
And each of these cultures, they have their belief system, they have their moral systems, they have their character and all of those things. Now, I want to use some 3 major tribes that we have in Nigeria as an instance.
Okay.
Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa person.
Okay.
Now, if you see the belief system of Igbo men,
yes,
and Yoruba men,
different,
and Hausa men,
yes,
it's totally different.
That's true. Okay.
And somebody's coming from that angle, that person will behave based
on his own place, background, yes,
his own background.
I get
And
it.
not less for the person to not decide on his own. Though this thing that our people are doing is quite okay, is good.
Okay.
But this is how I want my own to be.
I love that.
But it's just that we have few people or few men that thinks that way.
That's true. That's just exactly what
Now,
I'm talking about.
I want to use myself as an instance.
Okay.
I am from Benue State. As a Benue man, Igede tribe precisely.
Okay.
We believe that our women are not lazy.
Wow.
We don't isolate our women.
Wow.
You will say a Benue man carry hoe, his wife too is carrying hoe.
Wow. Wow.
So
Wow.
imagine if it were to be like maybe a kind of maybe a technological environment, maybe a school, something, a profession, something.
Yeah.
I believe that's how it should be.
That's true. That's true.
Because whatever we are doing, we believe that our women too should do likewise.
Okay.
Understand now?
Okay.
But the way women do have this issue is that there's this when there are some women that they are not debt to self.
We are going there again. Well, I'm not trying to defend women. I want you to understand.
It's a general something.
I want you to understand.
There are some. It's not all women that are debt to self.
Okay.
You know, when we are talking about debt to self, it has to do with selflessness.
Maybe you need to understand that most of them, the reason why they come up with this view and this perspective, because of what they've gone through. So they really want to go through same thing the next marriage, and that's why most of them are even placing career over marriage.
I was studying something.
Okay, I think you should just try to make it snappy.
Yeah, I was going through something online today about something similar like this. Now, you can't say because you had one experience with one guy before, and me and you we are together, you are bringing the picture of what happened into the relationship.
Normal.
It will not affected you, it will still happen again.
Yes, I get
because since that picture have not been irrigated or be eradicated from your mind,
okay,
it will, the event will still occur.
I understand. Again. So you're trying to say that if you really want to go for, you have to take away those experiences
and then such person must be healed.
Okay, I get
must be emotionally healed.
I think on the final note now, you have to strike the balance. Okay. Are you trying to say I should not really give into my career and focus on getting married, or just strike a balance? Is there a way that there can be a balance?
Yes. Anything that has any challenge, there's a solution to it.
Okay.
Now, me personally as a man, I want my woman to be doing well career, and I want my woman to do well
in marriage. Oh, so that's your own view.
That is my own view.
So you're trying to say that the possibility that I can do well in career and none of it will clip my wings.
And how you know that is that's how to know a good man or a good woman.
Okay.
Because not any good man will want his wife to go down the distance.
Like to start silence
silence her.
I get you.
I can't do that to my woman.
I get your point. So please, finally, say something finally so that we would go.
Okay, finally, is more of like encouragement and advice
from your own
from my own view. I want to talk to our men that in as much women that are trying to become whosoever they want to become, we should try to become a good man.
Okay.
And
support our career.
Yes.
Support us.
Because I believe one thing, that if a woman that is loyal to you, a woman that is genuine, a woman that is good to you, and coming out from her father's house to your house is not bearing her father's name, it is your name that she's bearing. So any greatness, if they are calling her name, your name is inside. So indirectly, you are that great man in her life.
That's true.
You can't do. She can't do without you, and she can't do without your name. Okay. So there is no point of being angry that your woman is successful than you. She's richer than you. So what I want to say is that just encourage your woman.
All right.
Encourage her. Support her dream, and then you see that she yourself will be.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your own point of view. And I think you can call it therapy. We've had a long time discussing, arguing, me bringing my own point in, sharing his own personal experience, perspective, and societal perspective as well. We want to come your way again. Do not forget to let us know what you think about this. Right? Do let us know. We really want to hear from you. Until then, until the next time when we bring something better for you, have a lovely day and take care of yourself. If you're an Indian lady, please keep chasing your dream and your career.
And you know that you want to get married too. Don't
Hey, no, we're not doing this right now. We're not doing this right now. Alright, have a lovely day. Bye for now.